What do you feel like you learned from this past season that maybe could benefit you on major league level coming into this year?
Yeah, I think having the experience being up this past year, and experiencing some adversity is really beneficial, especially offensively, being out on defense, things like that. I think just learning from the experience as a whole is going to be really beneficial for me this year.
How frustrating was your time here?
I wouldn't say frustrating. I would say that just because you struggle doesn't necessarily mean it's always frustrating. I think there were some certain struggles that I couldn't really control, and I think that it's all about the frame of mind that you're in, and also whether you take that as a learning experience or just kind of sulk in your sorrows. So I choose to take it as a learning experience.
When you jump levels in the minors, you frequently had kind of a slow start to all those levels. Do you feel like there's just a certain part of your characteristic that takes a little bit to figure out the level, figure out the pitching, and then once you got it, you obviously in the minors it worked great. I mean, do you kind of feel like that could happen here?
Yeah, I think it could definitely happen here. I don't necessarily know why it happens. It kind of has happened everywhere. But yeah, I definitely think it could. Hopefully, it does happen here. Yes.
Was there an early experience at one of those where it was happening and you were in your head, and then you had to learn I just calm down for a second, everything's gonna be fine?
Excuse me. Sorry. Wow. Yeah, I think it was just kind of clicks in your head hey, it was the same game. I'm just gonna go out there and play hard, have fun, and I think that you might think well, why don't you do that right away? You try to, but I think once you settle down a little bit, it makes it a lot easier.
Are you confident you could make the team out of spring training this year?
Yeah, we're gonna have a really competitive spring. I know that we have a lot of really good outfielders on this team and a lot of guys that can play multiple positions. But yeah, I'm looking forward to competing and having a good time out at spring.
What's your offseason look like as far as weight training or stamina, anything like that?
Yeah, so I'm lifting 4 or 5 times a week, running 2 or 3 times, and have the weekends off. Enjoying time with the family, things like that. That's kind of what I'm really focused on right now.
Cool. You certainly had some big moments in the major leagues in your time, big hits, and helped wins. Do you draw on that when the next time comes? What did it mean to you to have that?
Yeah, I think having a couple of those cool moments, big moments, definitely puts the mind at ease a little bit, and it allows you to go out there and make you realize, yeah, I can do this, and have the confidence moving forward.
When you say running, are we talking miles, sprints?
I'm not a big long distance guy. I will say that. I know some people are. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, just mainly some agility stuff, like sprint work, speed treadmill, things like that.
When you're not lifting weights or with family, was there a getaway? Did you just go for a trip and just get away from baseball? What was it?
Yeah, so beginning of November, I actually went out to, I guess it was technically my only vacation. I went out to California for Kyle Stowers' wedding, and then took a trip north up to Portland, I guess, and hung out up there as well. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. My bad. That's on me.
You spent some time with Jackson Holliday. Do you think he's ready for the major leagues already?
Jackson is he's special, man. He's got a work ethic that I definitely didn't have as a 20-year-old, and he's really talented. I'm just really looking forward to watching him during the spring and seeing how he progresses.
How closely have you watched back, 26 games in the majors or whatever it was? How closely have you watched back those starts of yours and studied at bats and kind of looked at, okay, maybe this swing decision wasn't what I wanted? I mean, had you studied that in the offseason?
I wouldn't say I really have studied it too much. I would say, honestly, it's more during the year I would watch some of those at bats post game. I would say later in the day or even maybe the next day, just because I think it's beneficial to do it in the right frame of mind, not necessarily frustrated after a game or because then it turns into, well, I need to do this, and this differently. So in the off season, yeah, it's a good time to do that. I've done it for a couple at bats, but nothing crazy.
You've got the beard going now. I remember last picture day you had the goatee going. Do you have a plan for the facial hair for that?
I don't. I like to have a little bit of range. That's something about me. I know I can pull off the handlebar mustache. I'm just hoping the cheeks come in a little bit more. So if y'all got any tips or advice, that would be great.
I'd say keep wearing the hat. You look like a lumberjack all the way.
Yeah, there we go.
Very good.
There we go.